Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Explorer, we're coming back to Devotion to Green. But this time, we're a meme deck. Why? Two cards. One is I'm going to run this card right here, Doppelgang. This is a funny card, right? I can copy a bunch of my permanents and get double, or get X money, X amount of that permanent. Also, it doesn't say your permanent, it says target permanent. You can copy your opponent's permanents. They got something good, you have it. You have X version of it, way more than what they have. And then we can get so much of that because we have so much mana with this deck. Now, in addition to that, the other side of the meme card, Vivien, Arkbow Ranger. This little lady here has the -5. Now that good old Karn is banned and we cannot put artifacts into our hand from our sideboard, we can put a creature with Vivien. And the idea is that when we get to -5, right, which is just 1+1, and then we get to -5 right away, and we can have a lot of cards we can have. So if our opponent, if we're trying to aggro out and kill our opponent, we will want Oddity. This will help, right? All our creatures are gonna have haste. If our opponent has enchantments or artifacts, Kolga, we're just gonna King Kong them to death. If our opponent is some sort of Planeswalker or some sort of token deck, Vorinclex, no tokens for them, no counters for them, or no counters for them, not tokens. If they have a lot of damage, I guess, we need to gain life. Titan of Industry, copy our Titan with Doppelgang. If they have, we got Vaultborn Tyrant, which can constantly give board presence. If they're mono black, they can't really kill the Vaultborn that easily. If we need to kill something they have, Cityscape Leveler. And if we need to exile something that they have, Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. So yeah, the sideboard is kind of funny because it's a meme. We're not really going to use it that often. The rest of the deck is pretty standard mono green shell with a new inclusion from Thunder Junction, the Ancient Cornucopia. This can help us gain a little bit of life, and sometimes it gives burn decks just that little bit of life. 1 life each turn can turn the corner. So let's talk about the whole deck list. Early game, of course, we're gonna have 4 Elvish Mystic and 4 Llanowar Elf. You're gonna have a lot of elves in the early game. Turn 2, we want to play our Wolf Haven's sorry, let me put this to the side so I can talk about it a little bit better. Wolfwillow Haven. What am I talking about before? This card basically is a rampant growth. The idea, right? Or no, what's that called again? The Fertile Ground. Give your land an extra mana. This can enchant to any land. But a lot of times what we want to do is turn 1 Elvish Mystic and then turn 2 have 3 mana to cast one of these 3 drops. 3 drops where it's at. So we got 1 Ancient Cornucopia as our mana rock, 2 Archdruid Charm to help us search out Nykthos. We have 4 Growth Troll. We definitely want this on board because this is a 4/4 that our opponent doesn't want to kill. But if they don't kill, we have a 4/4, so they can't burst us out. We also have 2 Polukranos. Polukranos is great for reach, but also great because for 6 mana and 2 life, we can turn it into the Engine of Ruin. And then now we have reach and lifelink. And also it becomes a Wormcrow engine, sort of, right? And then we also have the 3 Kiora for untapping our permanents. I could not fit a 4th Kiora in this deck. I definitely recommend fitting a 4th Kiora if you want to cut one of these meme cards, or cut any card here. You might want to run 4 Kioras. Kiora's really good, but right now I just think 3 is enough because I don't want to untap as much as I want to just meme out with some of these funnier cards. So in the 4 drop, we got, of course, 1 Vivien, Arkbow Ranger. You don't want too many Viviens. She's not that good. It's just one of the tricks is to get a creature from outside your in your sideboard into your hand. But then we have to have 4 Leyline the Guildpact because this card early on give us 4 extra green pips for the Nykthos. So on turn 1 or turn 0, this comes in. Turn 1 we got Llanowar Elf, right? And then turn 2 we play our second land, hopefully a Nykthos. And what happens is that with the Llanowar Elf and the second or the first land that we play, we have 2 mana. We can tap both of those to trigger the Nykthos ability or activate the Nykthos ability. And now because we have Leyline and we have Llanowar Elf, we have 5 pips. Turn 2 we can have 5 green pips to cast our Cavalier Thorn. Turn 2 Cavalier Thorn. Usually, if we're going first, right? This is our turn 1. Our opponent plays their turn 1, and our turn 2 is Cavalier Thorn. So they have 1 land in play, and we already Cavalier Thorn, and their face will blow up. So yeah, that's the idea of this meme combo. And then, of course, the 5-drop Cavalier Thorn to help us get a land into play, and also mill a lot of things in our graveyard, which can help sometimes. Mill and Storm the Festival into the graveyard. Storm the Festival gets out all the cards that we can cast, right? 5 or less. Every card is 5 or less in the main board of the deck. And of course, Doppelgang for the end finishing memeness. Alright, and then for the land, you can see we have a lot of mana dorks and a lot of mana rocks. not mana rocks and mana enchantments, I guess they're I don't know what they're called, but enchantments for mana. So a lot less, a lot leaner of land base. 22 lands total. 1 Boseiju, 7 forests, 2 Lair the Hydra, 4 Botanic Sanctum, 4 Breeding Pool, and then 4 Nykthos. So all these lands are necessary. I don't think you can cut any of these for other lands. The only one that might be justifiable is cutting Botanic Sanctum and just run more forests, which is fine, right? The Botanic Sanctum helps a little bit for casting Kiora and casting Doppelgang, but other than that, you don't need it at all. And then forest is always good, right? And then the Breeding Pool is also nice because it is also a forest, and you can enchant. Remember Old Growth Troll, the backside of Old Growth Troll, well, not the backside, but the enchantment side is enchant forest. So you cannot enchant Lair and you cannot enchant Botanic Sanctums. Luckily, we don't have that many in the deck. Another thing about this deck is Lair the Hydra. This is a hidden kill card because if your opponent blows your board, right, you have a lot of mana still. Lair the Hydra can attack for a lot of damage. So that's the whole main deck. Let's go into the games. Okay, our opponent is going to be the Ace R0. Right, there's 0 of them. We're going to go first. We got a land into an Elvish Mystic into maybe Kiora. Let's try it. Not a great land, but it is one that we can play. Then we have to play Kiora because nothing else we can play. It's assuming we do actually get to play Kiora at all. Mountain. Champion. I mean, I can't block this. And I think he's betting on that. But now we get an Old Growth Troll to block or a Polukranos to block. Old Growth Troll to block. I wouldn't mind if Old Growth Troll die. I do mind if my Polukranos die a little bit because I want the lifelink. Fervent Champion. It's like I'm back in 1995. Alright, where is this going? What is this? Tin Street Dogger. Can't be blocked. This is by creature with Defender. So that happened. Alright, this adds 4 mana, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. It adds 4 mana. I'll use Kiora to untap it. Then I'll use this and then 1 more mana to activate this. So 4 goes to 3. And then it adds 5 mana. It seems nice.
Sun in the sky, brine on my skin.
Why did I think it was gonna go to 5 mana?
To fight.
Oh yeah, this go to 5 mana.
Nature flows with vigor.
Because of Kiora. Cavalier. I draw a card. Let's bring in a Breeding Pool. You're gonna have Enter to play tapped. Well, I wish it wasn't tapped. Old Growth Troll. You can do the attack. We'll start racing. I mean, it's a pretty scary board on the mono reds turn 3, so yeah, let's see how your Dogger does. Dogger. Dodger. Tin Street Dodger. Cannot be blocked except by creature with was it defenders or walls. Is it defenders? What is this? Cast a red spell. It's a 3+1 counter on it. I don't know what that does. I don't know what that does at all. But would I care? Probably not. Maybe a plate. Alright, fine. Let's get the mana in first. That just draws me a card. Draws a card. Old Growth Troll, draw another card. Then we're out. Alright, so I want to use this to untap the Nykthos for sure. These two I want to keep untapped so I can transform this anytime, which means I only have 2 mana to use. Right? If I only have 2 mana to use, I think I will just play the Elvish Mystic, Llanowar Elf. We'll go to combat. Did I attack with the Mystic? No, I need that mana. Take all this damage. He just takes it. I can transform the Polukranos whenever I have reach. I don't have Defender, so if they somehow attack me with a Dodger for 18 damage, I will die. How does Mono Red react? Ace Arn 0. I mean, it's Mono Red in like every format. I got one card, so they can't even steal anything from me. You're just gonna activate this? Makes it so that I can't block? Okay, no. This is the double striker, right? So I think he wants to... Yeah, there's definitely a double striker happening here. First strike damage. Which one's first strike? Fervent Champion is first strike? Alright. So no more double strike. That was it? I could have sworn there were more than that. Alright, I can turn this into... How does transform work? I don't know, but I guess we'll do this anyways. 14. Jeez. Alright, this draws us a card. Another Nykthos. Activate the ability. We can play this on that. Play another Nykthos. Yes, I'll keep this one. 15. Make this a 7. Let's make this a 14. He's just playing this out. Okay. I don't know what was going on. I was playing so careful. He's at minus 26. Extra dead. Okay, our opponent is Mr. Orc. Yo. Aren't orcs fairies that were transformed? I don't know. I don't know the lore. Alright. No, I think they're elves transformed by the lore. I don't have the land I want, but at least these are, you know, lands of any color. They're still mulliganing, that's why I don't get to choose the Leyline yet. But definitely dropping the Leyline turn 1. Let's see what else we can do, right? Dropping a Leyline, playing the elf. And then turn 3, we'll probably try to Old Growth Troll. If he kills the elf, we'll have to go to Wolf Haven. Yeah, that's pretty much all we can do. Fancy. Hear that? It's the sound of where the hell are you? Alright, so we're definitely waiting for our opponent to rope. Mr. Orc, come on. Queue up arena just to rope. Plains. Alright, I can do everything next turn. No, they got 9. Ooh, okay. So I gotta be a little bit careful since they put that out. We'll pay 2 life. I think it could be a counter spell, right? Let's do it this turn right now. Get a land. Get my Nykthos. Yo! Oh, hey, he didn't do it. Okay. I mean, if you don't do it, I'll add the 5 mana. If I play Old Growth Pro, would he counter that? No, he lets that go. Then I'll play Wolf Haven. Put that on the force. Alright, kills my Nykthos. So, right now, if I played this... Actually, I haven't now. Storm the Festival. Cornucopia. Elvish Mystic. I'll gain that life. It's got 2 mana to my board. Actually 3 mana with the... Alright. I knew it was a Doomscar. Well, I knew it could be a Doomscar. But that's fine. Alright, that's still 9 mana. Nine mana to storm them festivals. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just 1 life, it doesn't matter. Cavalier and Kiora.
I'll show you Dry Walker something truly spectacular.
Let me draw a card first. I don't know if it matters. Probably shouldn't have drawn the Karn, now that I looked at it. Right? That was the 1 land I wanted. 5 cards in the graveyard. That's nice. I could untap a Nykthos. How useful would that be? Not very. So I guess we'll keep that tap. Narset. Oh no, I can't draw an extra card.
Those cannot perceive beyond the veil of reality, but thoughtfulness before action.
Okay, and then quit. Good job. Nice blue-eye control deck you played. Too bad you suck at the game, Mr. Orc. Alright, our opponent is... Snide? I don't know what that means. Well, we got Leyline. Good. We have Mystic. A little bit harder to play. But let's try it out, right? Maybe we'll get something working. I never get Leyline with the Nykthos. It's kind of unfortunate. That is the combo that I want to get out. Leyline with Nykthos is so good. Every time I see an opponent, they always do it. Oh, hey, this time they didn't. So, do we cornucopia them? Or do we, this doesn't do much, but it draws me a lot of cards.
I defy gods, defying you.
Yeah, this is a little bit weaker, but they are also a bit weaker, so I have a few more seconds. I don't know. I mean, both of our decks very explosive, right? So, time to play it off. That's a land. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If untap, it's 5. It's not 6 mana. They have up to Beanstalk. That's interesting. They got Sunken Citadel too. Okay, that's not what I expect off that deck. But I can actually get there. Not with the draws that I have. Also, that's a legendary. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm not drawing the lands I need, or any of the cards that can give me the lands I need. Our opponent has not that good of a draw either, but I think they're better than mine. Okay, never mind. It's a lot weaker than mine if they do that. I've drawn my 4th land. That's pretty important, but I guess it's probably better if I just do it like this. Take the action. What do I get? Cavalier. And then let's get a Llanowar Elf down. Alright, let's top 5 then draw. Botanic Santa. Then I draw a card. Another Cavalier. What can this untap here? Nothing too fancy, right? Let's just start untapping the Polukranos. They have their Nykthos. Uh-oh. Okay, I guess they just quit. Doesn't matter. We both have horrendous draws apparently, but our horrendous draws a little bit better because of tempo on board. So I was right? So one thing I did play correctly is play Kiora before I play the Polukranos, so I can go 1 card deeper. I don't know if that mattered too much, but definitely got me to where I needed to have this board. Okay, our opponent's gonna be Seatown Cliff. Clifford? The big red dog? This is a fantastic hand, but with no payoffs. Gotta be a little bit careful since I have no payoffs. Well, of course, this is coming in. Not Boseiju. Let's play a Forest into a Mystic Elf. Green-white, huh? To the top as well. Okay. So if that's the case, I'm gonna charm into the land. Kazandu Valley. I haven't seen that card in so long. Alright, let's search for a land that I want. Happens to be Nykthos. Tap Nykthos for 5. Cavalier. Okay. That works too. Didn't want to play that out. Alright, our opponent is LHP Felipe. Mi amo es Felipe. Alright, go first. We got Leyline and Nykthos opening hand. That's a keep. Alright, Felipe. What is you? Not a mulligan, a roper. Cool sliver sleeves. We know our opponent's spraying out the big bucks for that. Man, I used to love slivers in EDH. Alright, Nykthos is a land that plays everything, right? Lands you control basic land type of everything. There. This is as threatening as it gets. Next turn, we Cavalier. This turn, we Cavalier. This is turn 2. Oh man, that's the scary one. That is the scary one. Another Llanowar Elf. And next turn we have 9. We can storm the festival already. They're on 2. Okay. Dust Legion Zealot. Sure. I mean, I guess that's a pretty scary card, right? Let us storm them festivals. I'm gonna bring in 2 things. So, Vivien's pretty nice. Kiora's pretty nice. Polukranos pretty nice. This is hard, right? I do want... What does Vivien do? Let's see. You may reveal a creature card from outside. Maybe I'll just do... No. Definitely this. And then I'm not sure about Vivien. Distribute 2. Reach and lifelink. Can't really hurt against 2 planeswalkers.
You're fit enough to survive.
Would he block this? He blocks it. Let's untap it.
Let's get moving.
And then I will play a Breeding Pool tap. He's probably gonna Sorin me, right? I think that's his plan. There's the Sorin.
Defeating you will not.
Alright, what can I get? Ulamog? Vein Ripper, huh? I gotta sack a creature? You don't say. How much do I have? 13? Alright, reveal a creature card from outside.
I will not go extinct.
Do I just reveal a Ulamog? It's pretty good, right?
The multiverse thrives with wonderful creatures.
Let's kill one of your land. Blood Crypt. Alright, GG. I was thinking about what to kill, but he's dead. He's definitely dead. Got out-memed. Alright, so let me talk about what I was planning. So I was going to kill the Blood Crypt and a Vein Ripper, sack and Llanowar Elf, and then attack Sorin, so kill Sorin. And then I can untap my Cavalier's Thorn, and then I'll have a Ulamog on board, and they cannot stop that. Alright, our opponent is several. There's several of them, and they're all O's. Go first. Okay. We'll say hi. Let's see how the meme goes here. Llanowar Elf. Please don't kill my Llanowar Elf. I need it to live. Ah, damn it. Alright, what else are we gonna do now? Guess we'll play another one. Please don't kill my second Llanowar Elf. Robber off the ridge. Not blocking. Can't play that. Can't play no Growth Troll. Pretty big card. Can block for years. Ren's Resolve. Yo, Embercleave? What was that? Mono red. Just always hit the attack button. What were they thinking? What was the plan here? No idea. Mono red for you. Okay, our opponent is Richard. Nice face, Richard. I don't know. They're gonna. I don't have the card I want in the opener. I guess Llanowar Elf is okay, but this is gonna be tricky. I feel like they're the Phoenix deck again. And that's always scary, right? Ledger Shredder. I could drop a Polukranos. It does block the Ledger Shredder. But they can just burn the Polukranos and I don't have anything left. If they burn no Growth Troll, I'm gonna get so much mana. Is it gonna have a counter spell? Can he counter this? Can he counter this? This is 3 and I have 2 more mana. 2 mana is not gonna. Oh, he can't counter this. Well, he could if he wants, but he's probably not gonna. He can enter tap. It's fine. I'm not using that mana this turn. And his reach. And it's a 5/6. Robbery. Discard a card or sack a land. Discard his Spell Pierce. Oh, you should not have done that. I mean, it's pretty a good card to draw, right? Okay, quit. Take that, top tier deck. Man, we're just ripping through all the top tier decks now. So what was their plan anyways? They were gonna Arc Life Phoenix this robbery card? kind of funny. Definitely should not drop Spell Pierce against this deck. This deck has a lot of cards they can catch off guard, because 2 mana is not nothing, you know? Alright, our opponent is... Oh, Feedback Inc. That's a cool name. That's not a cool hand, though. Do I keep this hand? I have no ramp. Yeah, I can't keep this hand. I have 2 Leylines, which is really good, but I have no ramp. And I need land number 3 for any of these to work. Can't keep that. Alright, this is slightly better. Actually, this is a lot better. We'll keep 6. We'll put... I can't believe this. I'll put a Storm the Festival away, because I need every single one of the other 6 cards. Nick those into Elf. What do you got? Plains. Thraben is back there. Well, I know you're trying to feel good, but you're about to feel bad. I hope that makes sense. I cannot cast this yet, but there's no Growth Troll. It's here for some stuff. Is it Thalia time? Not even Thalia? Okay. Convoke decks. This is the thing. Storm the Festival first. Cavalier. And Kiora. That's pretty scary. Top 5 first. Look at 5 cards before I look at 1 card. Botanic Santa actually comes in by untapped. Kind of funny. And then they quit. Yep. They don't want to play it out. They don't feel back at all. Alright, our opponent is going to beat the Mithrandir, of course. I know how to talk. Opponent goes first. I have no ramp, but I got Wolf Haven into Kiora. Is that a good enough hand? I mean, would I be able to Storm? You know what, I'm going to try it out, because I've been winning a lot, so this is going to be a free loss. You lose some games, right? Island? Chandra Island? Yeah. Try and trick me, right? Didn't you? No, here comes Consider. No? No turn 1 Consider? It might be a combo deck instead of the Prof. Alright, so yeah, it might be a combo deck. Well, I get my Nykthos, that's pretty important. So I could put the Wolf Haven on... Yeah, I can put a Wolf Haven on the Botanic Sanctum. I think that's pretty good, right? Prof is scary. The Eidetic Memory is definitely a good card. It's gonna get a very big attack on me. Prankster. Pitch 4. Returns Treasure Cruise. He definitely has a land, right? Yeah, he has a land. That's a little late. And very hard to cast. This is 4 mana, right? Oh, this is a colorless mana, that's why. Kiora?
Not to brag, but my friend's kind of a big deal.
Alright, can't do anything with this. The next turn we can. If they tap out, we can Storm. If they don't tap out, maybe we'll just play the Leyline and see what happens. I think they're trying to get the Phoenix on us. Oh, 2 Phoenix. Okay, that's gonna hurt a lot. If there's 2 Phoenix, I'm not really quite sure how to get around that. Okay, not 2 Phoenix. Can attack. Great. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1 Storm. Is there any other way I can Storm? I can tap 4 to play the Leyline, and then untap 1. No, it doesn't work that way, right? Why can't I?
One drop ripples and grows.
Can I get something good here? Cavalier's pretty good. Oh, Gross Troll's pretty good. Alright, those are the cards I want. I do drop 2 cards. But first, top 5. Let's get a Forest. I don't need a Breeding Pool right now. I draw 2 cards. Now, I cannot use the Kiora again. I can play Nykthos. But then I don't really get anything out of that. So I think maybe I just play the Botanic Sanctum. Alright, if I play Nykthos here, I sack this Nykthos. I have 3 mana. Or I have 2 mana. 2 mana is not going to do anything. So I'm definitely playing the Elvish Mystic. And then I will play the Sanctum. Because this is always going to play tapped. This I have a choice. They might try to Treasure Cruise. Oh, they can't. Not enough yet. Oh, I like that infinite thing on his hand because of the prof. But I have so much mana right now. Picklock Prankster can deal 1 damage to me. They get a Consider. Yeah. I mean, they can get an Arc-like Phoenix, but I have Reach, so I don't know what their plan is. Just keep dealing damage like that? Okay. Can I gain life somehow? What do I have to gain life with? Sideboard-wise, I do have a Voltborn. And Ovenwall Oddity obviously works too. Okay, he doesn't want to play it out anyways. Take that, Arclight Phoenix. Died again. The Prof is a good card, but I don't think it works that well in the Arclight Phoenix deck. Right? You do draw a lot of cards, but this deck's already very tempo heavy with the Arclight Phoenix. You don't want to hurt your tempo by playing something that's not an instant or sorcery card. So yeah, I do like Prof, just not in this deck. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen those games, how did you feel about this deck? Because it's really memey because I've won a lot of games and also lost a few games because I did not draw well enough. If you get, Doppelgang and what was the other card that I added? The Vivien in your opening hand, and you don't get these mana dorks, well, you're just kind of stuck, right? After mulliganing down to 5, and you still only have these, so you're stuck losing those games. But that's kind of how a lot of these combo decks work. But you saw all the games that we won that our opponent usually quits on like turn 2. I drop land, like I said, right? Drop turn 1, I play Nykthos, Llanowar Elf. Turn 0, I drop Leyline. Turn 1, Nykthos, Llanowar Elf. Turn 2, I drop another land, maybe a Forest, maybe a Botanic Sanctum. Doesn't matter, they all come to play untapped on turn 2. And then I tap the new land plus Llanowar Elf for 2 mana to activate Nykthos. Now I have 5. Use that to play Cavalier Thorn. Our opponent's face blow up because Cavalier Thorn sometimes brings up another Nykthos, brings up another land, and next turn we storm the festival, and they cannot handle that at all. So yeah, very, very fun deck. I don't know how strong it is, very draw dependent, and I don't think opponent can tech against this because it just comes out in turn 2, sort of. Not much tech, but very luck based, but very fun nevertheless, right? And this is an insane deck to play on paper because, when you just drop all these things and your opponent looks at you, you can see it in their eyes. You can see the fear in their eyes. That would be really, really fun. All right, that's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.